Welcome to the Rant. I'm John Shannon. I'm sitting here kind of scratching my head a little bit over the New Hampshire primary. Um, Maybe I was too caught up in all the hype, all the media hype from just about every source that had Obama completely steamrolling Hillary Clinton. And lo and behold, I, I don't know what what caused it. Maybe the demise of Hillary Clinton's campaign, I guess, is a little bit premature. What is that? Predictions of my death are slightly premature. I guess you could say that. I'm happy she's still in it. I mean, there are a lot of issues that still need to be brought out. I still am, at this juncture at least, leaning towards Barack Obama. I always have an open mind, and if I hear something from either side that catches my attention, catches my interest, seems like something that'd make, something that would make another choice be plausible, I guess is what you're saying, or what I'm trying to say. Here are a couple things that I'm looking for, and of course I understand that a president alone cannot change things overnight. I mean, they can direct policy and try to I guess steer Congress in a particular direction, but I guess if they don't, whoever is the elected president, whether it be Republican or Democrat, if they don't have at least a workable majority in the Congress, they're probably not going to get a lot of their agenda passed through. So, I mean, I understand all this, but here are some of the things that I'm looking for, and I guess I hear Sean Hannity talk about the Hannity Six, about the things he's looking for in a candidate, and here are kind of the things that I'm looking for, and they're a whole lot different than Sean Hannity. I will say this. First and foremost, I am looking for some form of change when it comes to the health insurance industry, I guess you could say. Now, I don't care if it can be a free market solution, all the better. The two things that I'm looking at when it comes to health care are accessibility and affordability. Okay, so I don't know where things such as tax credits or a savings account, medical savings account, I don't know where any of that would help, because if you have a catastrophe, that savings account is completely wiped out. And I still say that some form of mandatory participation by all, aka John Edwards' idea, would make the cost of health insurance go down. It would drive it down, because you'd have, in theory at least, you'd have, if everybody was participating, you'd have more money in the pool. But I don't know, maybe I'm just envisioning a large HMO or something like that, and Maybe if it was done at the state level as opposed to the federal level, that might be better. I don't know, but we need to do something about health care, and whoever is elected, whoever I'm going to vote for, is going to wind up probably having the best, at least, ideas to make some substantial changes to the healthcare system. The second thing I'm looking for is, and you might think this is tough getting this from a Democrat, but I do want secure borders. I am not all against a border fence if that's what it takes. I am for whatever it takes to seal these borders. So, and I'm not really all that concerned about the illegal Mexicans that are coming across the border. Most of these folks that are coming across the border illegally are either doing so because they're looking for work, or they want to be reunited with family who has already come across the border. To that I would offer that make the border, seal that thing as tight as possible, but on the other hand, let's make it a little bit more realistic for people who want to come to this country, earn a living, be a good citizen. Let's make it a little bit easier for those folks to do so. And so that's if a presidential candidate can offer me that much, I'm definitely going to be leaning in their direction. I am not. One of the things I gotta tell you, one of the things that scares me a little, concerns me, maybe that scares me, but it concerns me a little about electing a Democratic president and putting a Democratic administration in office, is how much longer are we going to be pushed around by the Irans of the world? And I'm referring to this incident that happened a couple of days ago, where Iranian fast boats closed in on a couple of warships out in international waters. Closed in on these warships, and I believe there was a radio transmission basically to the effect of you were going to explode, or you're going to blow up, or something to that effect. Somebody gives me a threat like that, I don't understand how they got away without at least getting the fear of God put back in them. I don't. Maybe not blow them out of the water, but you could send some ammunition in a direction that would sure make them think twice about it. And I'm afraid, I truly am afraid, that with any Democrat elected, any Democratic administration is just going to continue to kowtow to the UN and continue. We keep being, the United States is continuously asked to show restraint, and I just don't know how much longer this country can show restraint. Yeah, we probably shouldn't be in Iraq, but on the other hand, I think that we should be in Afghanistan, more in Afghanistan, and possibly even Pakistan, looking for these Al-Qaeda terrorists and looking for them anywhere else they may be. So those are and that's a big concern, but unfortunately the first two that I mentioned, believe it or not, are more importance to me personally. Well, folks, I've rambled on long enough here. I'm about ready to run out of my 10-minute YouTube time, so everybody have a great day, and we'll talk again. This is John Shannon, the Redneck Cabbie. Adios.